Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Universal Channeling. Channeling the Conscious Universe. Mike Quinsey, Channeling His Higher Self, April 23, 2021. Everything is moving in the right direction as life is beginning to return to some resemblance to what you would call normal. Yet, the COVID-19 virus has caused you to make many changes, so much so that you will never return to exactly how you previously lived. The lockdown has shown you where you can improve your quality of life, and already changes are taking place. You have realized that small is beautiful, and more suited to your needs. It is why some of the massive companies have downsized after finding that some of their setups have proved too large to continue, and have since been closed. Such changes are here to stay, along with some that have caused you to alter the way that you have been trading. Even now, you are involved in establishing new ways of working, none much bigger than the trend towards home deliveries. The downside is the introduction of more controls over the people that seem unnecessarily extensive and overpowering. No doubt, however, the people are much more aware these days, and will not accept more controls unless they are seen to be absolutely justified. Some would of course have been introduced on a temporary basis, and as life becomes easier will be slowly withdrawn. People have learned a lot about themselves through having closer relationships for much longer periods than previously. They have realized that far too much time has been spent on earning a living at the expense of personal relationships. It is yet another area where changes are inevitable, so that people have more time for their personal needs. Part-time working is favored, but not all operations can work that way, and clearly there will always be exceptions. Working from home does not suit everyone, but it is here to stay. All these things are, so to say, in the melting pot, and it remains to be seen how companies react to these types of changes. You are seeing changes in people's eating habits, and this is yet another result of the lockdowns. Until business returns to what you would call normal, the outcome of your experiences still remains to be seen. We see the continuing trend of women coming more into jobs that normally would be done by men, and so it shall continue. These sort of changes come and go all of the time, and they indicate the influence of each new generation. Pre-selection also plays a part when humanity's future is planned in advance with a view to establishing the coming of new ideas and trends that are needed to continue your evolutionary advancement. You could of course take the late Tesla, an inventor, as an example, who had a remarkable memory and ability to see what mankind needed to advance its future, and patented an enormous number of inventions that could bring a great advancement in your evolution if they were taken up. Some have already helped your progress, such as the electric car, and more are to come. He was responsible for a great number of other futuristic inventions that could have benefited humanity but for the interference of the Illuminati. However, nothing can completely stop your progress, as you must advance to be ready for greater things that will come with the higher vibrations, regardless of any attempts to hold them back. Higher powers are at work to fulfill the plans for man's future that have already been decreed. This period of time was destined to be a prelude to what you may call your coming of age, and the first stages of your path to becoming galactic beings. It has always been your destiny, and has approached fulfillment because you passed the marker of 2012. It has been no mean task to carry you forward in such a way as to ensure that changes necessary for your progress take place. You may wonder how much can be achieved considering the present state of affairs. Be assured, however, that all proceeds well and the greater picture will suddenly become clear. Everything is in place to carry you forwards, and indications of what is to come will soon show themselves. You have been living in what you might call a dreamland, yet it has served you well, allowing evolution at a pace that you could accept. The future is not necessarily set in stone, it is flexible, yet it will still keep you on a path that will lead to your ultimate goal and destiny. You clearly cannot be left to one of your own making, and there will always be suitable influences from your galactic family. You are just coming out of a tough period of learning how things were, and how much better they can be, and you are ready to change to another path that leads to the peaceful existence that you seek. The times of confrontation and wars are ending, and at last you will recognize that there is only one way to achieve world peace, and that is through friendship and cooperation, and not least of all, a sharing of the world's gifts to man. For too long the wealth of the world has been in the hands of too few people, who have served self, monopolized, and fixed the money markets to their benefit. The wealth of the world will be used to benefit all people without exception. With the world's weather changes affecting all living life, some of you may wonder what will happen to the different animal species. Some are very adaptable and in little time can adjust to keep their species alive. Some will naturally become extinct, as has happened many times in the past, but can be reintroduced if necessary, and this has happened in your time when a species thought to be extinct has suddenly reappeared again. Man has played a role in helping wild animals to be tamed, and as they are domesticated they become individual souls, rather than returning to a group soul. I leave you with love and blessings, and may the light brighten your days and path to completion. This message comes through my higher self, my God self, and every soul has the same connection to God. In love and light. Mike Quinsey. Website, treeofthegoldenlight.com.